Hi, Marina.
Hey, Adrienne.
I have a quote for you. The quote is, "What you wear is how you present yourself to the world, especially today when human contacts are so quick. Fashion is instant language." Guess who said that? Miuccia Prada.
Who's that?
You know Prada, Prada, the devil wears Prada? So let's talk about shoes specifically. There's so many designers out there, and shoes are so beautiful.
So, what is it that drives seemingly sane men and women to spend thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on footwear?
Well, there's nothing like wearing a designer shoe. Let's face it, there's the Chanel, the Gucci, the Jimmy Choos, the Valentinos. I could go on. There's lots of really, really cute quotes that I can give you why you wear shoes, specifically designer shoes.
Well, that might be the case, but I personally pick comfort over fashion any day.
No, 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 my sweet chickadee. There's nothing like designer shoes. Shoes that say, hey, I am somebody. I am powerful. I am all that. And I know it's superficial, but hey, if you feel it, that's what's important, right? So I have a couple of quotes from shoe designer. So the first one is from Christian Louboutin. He says, shoes transform your body language and attitude. They lift you physically and emotionally. And Manolo Blahnik said, shoes are the quickest way for a woman to achieve metamorphosis. Putting you on a
Wow.
pedestal, you know?
So much wrong with what you just said. I don't even want to go down that road.
Oh, no, please go. Go.
Okay, first of all, I think that the whole fashion industry has totally inflated the importance of shoes. I mean, it's ridiculous that, and men are the worst. Men with their designer sneakers, come on. That's just craziness what they're spending on these. And, does that make the man? I mean, sure, okay, it gives you the boost of confidence, but that's just so superficial. I think if I had to pick between comfort or style, I would go with that. My girlfriend called it the baked potato shoe. It was black and it had the non-slip sole bottom and it had the big toe box, the big square toe box. You could wiggle all your toes. Those are happy toes, wiggly toes in my big toe box. Yeah. You can keep your stiletto and your strappy little sandals. I'll go with my toe box.
Okay. First of all, stilettos, I don't wear them. They're not recommended for older women. The highest heel you should go for is for 2 inches. So 2 inches will give you that little bit of elevation. Now, I know it's uncomfortable for some people, and that's why you can put in little insoles. Like I have like little arches, little cushiony things that you can put on the side to help with the arch, to help with the heel. You can do all that and they'll give you comfort and you can still look powerful and great. There's nothing like when you have the heels and you got a nice suit on and you walk into a room and you go to click, 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 and you can hear the woman walking, right? It's such a power thing and it makes you feel good.
Okay, now I'm going to tell you that the average woman in North America owns about 27 pairs of shoes, and compared to the average male, which is I think about 12 pairs of shoes. But here's a fun fact about those shoes. Of the 27, say 19 to 27 pairs of shoes the average woman owns, the average woman only wears about 4 pairs. And do you know why that is? Because they're choosing the comfort ones that are in their closet. They're not choosing those stylish ones that are going click, click, click and making them feel powerful. They're opting for those baked potato, black, soulless, ugly shoes because they're comfortable.
Well, they're comfortable, but you can achieve comfort also. You can buy some really nice designer shoes, get them a little bit bigger than you normally fit, and you put in a nice insole. So you can be walking on clouds. So you're walking on Clyde 9, and you can still go the click, 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 the power click.
Power click. I don't think I've ever heard that before. That's funny. Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I will say that, the price is a big factor for me personally. And how many pairs of shoes do you have in your closet, Adrienne?
Mm. Probably about 10. I have a couple of dressy shoes, couple of heels. I have one really good sneakers. I have a loafer for longer walks, and I have my keen sandals and my flip-flops.
You're not hitting the 27 mark, so there's obviously room for you to do some more shopping, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. But the prices.
Yeah, though sometimes you can hit the thrift stores and get some amazing deals. I know I had a friend who used to comb through the thrift stores, and one day she came back with this gorgeous pair of blue shoes. I can still see them, and she put them on her coffee table. And I walked in and I was admiring them, and I said, "Oh, let's see let's see them on." And she goes, oh no, I can't put those on." She goes, "Those are like an 8. I'm a 10." And I'm like, "Well, why would you buy them?" And she's like, "Well, it's for the love of the shoe. It's for the fashion. It's for the owning of this work of art." And I'm like, "Okay, I perhaps could have mistaken that for a chip bowl, but I guess I don't understand that. I mean, maybe that's where the designer foot fetish comes
Well,
in, the obsession, because there's a real obsession, Adrian, with shoes, right?
yeah.
Like take Imelda Marcos, famous former first lady from the Philippines. She made the news, I remember, when they were exiled and they went into her house and they famously went through her closet and found, they said 3,000 pairs of shoes. When they finally did a recount, it was 1,060 pairs of shoes.
That's
And I'm
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Well, I guess, a shoe for every occasion in every possible shade of every color. I don't know. The average woman spends about $400 a year on shoes. I'm sure that you and I are in that lower price bracket.
I'm a little bit on a higher price bracket, but then I value the shoes. I think the shoes are excellent. They speaks volume. You look at a woman's shoes, right, when she walks in. You can be nicely dressed, but if the shoes are not nice, it just negates the whole thing. So you can still find comfort, Marina, in nice designer shoes. Avoid those pointy things. We don't want, no pointy. And make sure they have the non-slip soles. And some do come with art support. If not, get the little art support in it. You can still be comfortable. You can be on cloud nine, like I said before, and still wear these beautiful little heely shoes.
I am starting to think that maybe I can't combine a little fashion with my baked potato shoe. But regardless of what you do, you definitely, as we age, what happens is our feet change with time. And I
Mhm.
know that I went from a size 8 to now a 9.5. And I mean, what happens is our arches start to collapse, and that causes a more elongated foot. We could have some arthritis that could change the shape of our foot. The fat pads on the bottom of our feet as we age, they thin out, and our skin gets thinner. Our gait changes, and so our feet need different support. So I think that going to a professional, like a high quality shoe store, not just like the cheap shoe bargain basement place in the mall, but go somewhere and spend some money, whether it's a comfort shoe or a style shoe. I think that's important, is to have a proper fit, because that is so important, right?
Yes, that's really important. Have the proper fit. There are professionals that know what they're doing. Tell them your needs if you have any problems, and they'll fit your shoes and tell them you're also looking for style.
Absolutely. And if you find the shoe fits, you should buy it.
That's an excellent point. If the shoe fits, buy it and wear it. Wear it.
But don't buy like 500 pairs, because you're not Amelia, right? Now, I got to
Right.
share one little story. As I was looking up information about shoes and the shoe market, I ran across the story about Darlene Flynn. Now, Darlene Flynn held the Guinness World Record for the most pairs of shoes, and she came in, and I have to look at this, 14,684 pairs of shoes as of 2012. Now, poor Darlene did not get to expand her collection because in 2013, she was murdered in her home in Southern California. Now, it was said that her whole house was filled with shoes. There was not a square inch of that house that did not have a shoe in it. And I wonder if her boyfriend, who murdered her, basically flipped out over a flip flop.
Yeah. And with that, ask our viewers to share what they like to wear.
And if they have any fashion tips on combining fashion, trendy shoes with comfort, we'd love to hear that.
Leave the comment below.
I'd also like to see photos of your shoe collection, so send them to me quick. The more, the
Whoa.
better.
Yeah.